Alright, hello and welcome everyone to part 44 of building a city from scratch. In this part, I'm going to be basically continuing right where I left off. I was widening this road in the developed part of the city. I'm actually away from the airport now. Just looking at some road improvements and stuff, so I just need to put in turning lanes and stuff on this road. I got the initial work done. I got all the intersections in place in the last part. I do need to reconnect all this stuff, but it shouldn't take much work. And then, yeah, that'll be all there is to it. So I'm just going to get started right now. It's actually a lot less work than what I thought it would be. But most of the time, when you think that something won't be as big as you plan it to be, it's actually going to be a lot more complicated. So, for example, I can't really use these turn lanes because a double turn does not exist for that for the three-tile road. You'd think it would, but it was never ported over. You can do it for avenues, no problem. So you can do two, yeah, double turn here. Oops, I actually put that in the wrong way. Already I'm making some mistakes. So that way's double, and then this way is normal. So that is in place. Good. These don't need turning lanes. Actually, I can put them in here. Yeah, there's a little bit of a sneaky tactic, but for the three-lane one-way roads, you can actually get them to work. Yeah, believe it or not. That will actually work as a connection. Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe, at least for me initially when I did it. So that's the wrong way. I need to make sure I can see what I'm doing, so I don't put the turning lanes in the wrong way. Oh, this is the starter piece. That's why I can't really put anything in there. Hopefully it'll let me drag this. No, it will need another starter piece, but I'll just put it a little bit further down. Back in the day, earlier days of the NAM, starter pieces looked a lot different than the actual the rest of the network. Like, it didn't have wealth textures like here or other things, so you really had to delete the starter pieces no matter what if you wanted something to look a lot more streamlined. But luckily that isn't the case here. Get the new bigger intersection. These ones don't need it. I'll need to replace that sign that's like sitting in the middle of nowhere. And then this one actually doesn't need anything. I don't know if I can get away with turning lanes by themselves. It looks like it might work. I guess we'll find out. But anyways, that is that. And then here, I just need to be careful. Get these back in place. I'm just gonna delete these just for the time being. Just as kind of guides to tell me where I'm going here. And then going to real highway, transitions. 2 level, here's 1 level. See where I need this spot to plop? The flex transitions are a little weird, and they like that extra little bit of space. And here, I actually have a little bit of extra room to play with. I'm putting these in incorrectly, aren't I? Now, if everything goes correctly, these will all move to a different network. Easy as that. Uh-oh. And you know what I'll need to do? Just so I have it on my mind, I'm going to put in a couple extra starter pieces for the F6 here. I don't think I absolutely need them, but it's just a good safeguard to get these in now, just in case it doesn't get along with the network below. Hopefully this all works, or it will sooner than later. Good, yeah, it's starting to come together. I think I just need to do a lot of re-clicking. It'd just be a little slow because it's now like there's new pieces going over like there's RHW over network widening mod, and it's all compatible. It just takes a minute. I think right now it doesn't look quite right, but if you just give me a minute, should be able to get it fixed. And my phone's ringing. One sec. Just gonna mute the mic. Oh, sorry about that. I'm back. Real life calls. It wants to get along. I'm just wondering, by feverishly clicking around, didn't really do me any work, any help. So I was able to get the outer ones done. I kind of messed it up. Wait. It's getting better. Remember when I said that it would be a little bit more work than I thought? Actually, I had something going there. Okay, I got half of it done. Hey, there we go. It's a little bit of a tree sticking up here from the median below. I'm really not gonna be super picky about that. I'm gonna give the game a save now that it's all worked and everything. So just give me a sec. And just like that, we've got a widened road. It should be able to help get rid of that capacity issues that it was experiencing earlier. So just kind of run the simulation on super fast mode, and I'll see if these turn lanes are working and everything's working as it should. And if they are, then that's great. First thing I see is that this guy's got a no cars on. Well, and that's because he doesn't. Just need to rezone that. I guess this is part of the old network. I just had to realign this one-way road just a little bit last time. But that should be good. So just give a few months to go by, and I'm sure traffic will start to be using the road. As you can see, it's already starting to show, but I don't have full numbers yet. Well, maybe I do. There are some numbers coming up, so that's good. This is kind of a small turn lane just because I don't have enough room for the transition and stuff. What I could do if I really cared, is I could transition this over here and it would give me an extra tile to play with down here, but that really wouldn't do much for this, so yeah. Just see if I have a data view for this traffic network. Yeah, it seems to be a little bit better. Before, this was all kind of darker. This is just a transition piece. It's kind of fooling you and what it actually is. And yeah, see, they're actually using the turn lanes here. That's really cool. So a lot of traffic is turning onto this road. They now have a turn lane to do so. I need to get rid of this sign. I think I have one on the other side I need to get rid of too. I can't see it yet. I'll just put in something generic. Maybe I didn't have one on the other side. Well, it's got one now. So yeah, time for a quick little screenshot of what's been completed here. I kind of like it. It's something quite unique, and I've already got a fender bender just like that. I didn't really design this for upgrades, but I could probably retrofit a 2-lane off-ramp if it's that bad. Yeah, it's not a whole lot here. It just seems to be a lot bigger than... I think there's just a free collision. Yeah, the volumes aren't that bad. So, I mean, it's not horrible. And then over here, it's nice to see that it's full green network. Probably sneak in a bus stop or two around here. Yeah, this area, how's it getting along? Is there a lot of traffic turning right here? I wouldn't think so. Yeah, it's not even simulating it right now. But I could put in like a slip lane here, right? If I wanted to. So that's kind of nice. How it's all working together. Working well together. Right, the reason why I don't have one here is because you could just go here to make a right. Yeah, that's right. Just kind of admiring the work, I guess, right now. It's been a lot of... I need to rebuild this. Been a lot of work to get all this stuff in. Can you believe that it's been 44 parts in this this series? Because I really can't. Another generic sign. Not a lot of elevated rail use here anymore. I think I got a subway close to it. But I mean, it still needs to all go above on this road. Yeah, it's 10,000. It's a good way for traffic relief. These things didn't build right. Sometimes it just happens. Oh yeah, and the light rail network. I really didn't pay too much homage to this, did I? Again, not a whole lot of use, but this is a true light rail. Like, light rail transit, whereas over here, it's full rapid transit. Actually, this all didn't display it. Weird song. I remember I kind of like pulled my hair out when I wanted to build this. It's a full intersection and it didn't let me. But I'm not gonna tempt fate and try and do it again. These guys, I don't know what's wrong. You do have a connection. This is a transit-enabled lot, but you can still connect to it. So I don't get what the big deal is. The game is just not accepting. What's going on here? Yeah, not a whole lot of elevated train. Mostly because, you know, there's subway networks below now, right? And this area could be rezoned. I think I'll do that. Because there is a big demand for housing right now. I know, I said I was finally making suburbs, but guess what? It's all being rezoned. These houses will stay. until something wants to replace them. Oh, or the game is going to be like, you know what, I really don't want you to zone high density there, and it just kind of craps out on me. I didn't lose too much. And yes, I know there's like an autosave feature that is now included, but I haven't really given it, I guess, a fair chance. I did install like that SC4 launcher thing, but I don't know, I've played the game for 10 years without it, so I'm kind of used to it. And my phone's ringing. Good time. Alright, and I'm back. Sorry, it's just all kinds of fun stuff there. Okay, so not too much was missed, but just crashes happen. If you've watched this series, you know that crashes they sometimes just happen whenever they want to. And there's really nothing you can do about it, at least in my game. But I probably have a lot of things that don't really go together. So that would explain why it may be a little more unstable than your game. So I was doing that, and I put in, I guess I should just put the simulation on again. I just put in a couple bus stops and was kind of just talking about rezoning the suburban area. If you think it's a bad idea, you can just let me know in the comments. But I think I'm still gonna do it. Oops. And this is what you get when series is in real time. I love that as soon as I rezone that, something built. It's a very prime location, right? You got a riverfront and you got a nice park. So I think I'll just develop these in smaller swaths of... What the heck? Really? And I'm back for a third time. I'll tell you one thing. This game does not want me to rezone that residential area to high density now, does it? Because it's quit on me twice. Ugh. That's just aggravating as anything. I gotta find this stupid sign again. I really don't want to do this a third time. If it quits again, I'm just gonna call it that for a day. Maybe I restarted my computer or something will make it a little bit more stable. Maybe just staying a little bit lower to the ground, like a lower zoom level. That might help. Because that's getting to the point where it's just being ridiculous. To a point where I can't even stand it. Because I know some people have said, you know, how can you play this game with it being so bad with crashes? Okay, so I'm just going to be small sections at a time and really close to the city. Just a quick view here. I'll basically just do one block at a time. It's just that this area wasn't really supported for higher density because I didn't put a whole lot of transit in. I mean, there's a transit station here, but there really isn't too much. And I think the road network can handle it, though. I have faith that the road network will handle it. This was the limit, so I'm just going to go one block at a time, and as soon as I'm done that, I'm going to save. I'm just going to tell the game, like it or not, that's what it is. I think that's just about everything, so I'm going to just hit that save button right now. Just give it a minute here. Oh yeah, this road here can be widened. I put in one way, so if the time comes, I can make it 3 lanes real easy. So that's kind of good. But yeah, I can do improvements. One way to tell, and I hate loading this view up, but you can do to the zones view, and it will tell me basically what is still high density and low density and stuff. So I'm going to turn that on for once, for its useful life anyway, and just kind of see. This is still light, so I need to get that changed. Now if I click here, I think it reverts. So I just need to check. That still needs to be filled. That still needs to be filled. Oh, and this one here. So, okay. I think I got an idea of where things are. Oh, I can zone. Okay, because sometimes when I do things in zone view, it doesn't like me, and it just reverts back to the normal data view. So is that everything? I think that's about everything. Okay, so I have to go all off, which just takes a minute. And as you can see, construction is already beginning. It just tells you how much demand there is for residential housing. I think, as you can see, there's a huge amount of industrial here and here, but I think that's going to be pretty much it for the city. I really don't have any more industrial areas in mind. Maybe when I build the port, I might do something kind of around that, just because it goes with it. But other than that, I really don't have any firm plans for. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. I don't have any firm plans for adding more industrial areas to this city, but that may very well, be changed. I wonder how the road network is going to like it. I just might have to do a little bit, but all this intensification will definitely put a lot more strain on it than before. My population number should go up too. So I'm already at 500,000. I think before I developed this, the airport area over here, I was only at about 410,000. So already the population number is going up. So I just got another 7,000 Sims added to my city. I don't like this building. I should really delete it. What's it called? McKing Metropoli. They just don't look good. Especially when they grow en masse like that. These ones almost... I almost would complain here, but at least they're in different rotations, so they look a little different. These guys are building again. I haven't seen these guys in years, and now I've got at least 3 of them in the city. At 527, another 10k. Yeah, they're already starting to look for jobs, but that's kind of normal when a new area develops. So it's really nothing for me to be worried about at this time. Yeah, this slip lane's getting a lot of use, which is what I planned for. And the rail line should get more use as well. Yeah, it's already at 42%. And then it should be a little bit lower as it goes down. 24, and then, what's this? Yeah, 4. So, I mean, they're pretty lightly used right now. But I'm sure it'll all change. There hasn't been much growth in this area. But it will spur over. The housing market is kind of calming down, especially for the lower incomes, which is good. Most of the stuff over here is high wealth. Mostly because it's already desirable. There's a lot of parks and stuff. Whereas this area here wasn't as desirable, as there's, the airport nearby, and there's not a whole lot of parks and stuff, so... I mean, it is what I make of it, right? So I'm just going to take a look at the traffic. I hate this building too. I should probably delete a few buildings one of these days. These are 2 close avenues, but it's only an avenue for a short stretch. Just going to check traffic conditions. So traffic volumes have been steadily increasing, basically since this is like the cutoff point. They've been pretty stable too. Bus use is actually quite low. That bus use would be a bit more, because I have put bus stops in a lot of places. I can make like an ordinance to just encourage more people to use the bus if I really want that to happen. And then the data views for traffic. How's that going? That road I just put in the last part, it's already at or over capacity in some areas. So I should really look at putting in an avenue here. This is bad, this is bad. This is a subway line, so that's bad, but it can handle it. These roads, they can handle it for now. This road's bad. That's why I put in the slip lane, to try and get a little less traffic in that intersection. I could move this park up a bit, maybe, and get that widened. No, it'd be a little too much work. These guys might have to be stuck with it. How much is it? I mean, 5,000 is pushing. He's pushing it. And look at this, the bullet train line. Already 8,000, and it really does. It really goes nowhere. And it's only from that one station. One station to the airport. So red, and then from here, I wonder how much use that station is getting here. I'd have to look into like expanding that station a bit. It's still operating great. That's why I like these higher capacity ones, especially for a network that can get maximum usage. Like, it's almost to the point where I need to twin this network, but it wouldn't work too well with that. That is a busy station, I'll tell you that. So where are most people getting off here? So it's 7,000. Are they all going here? Yeah, there's only 23 using this, so I basically have 8,000 people getting off at this station here, which is just at the edge of everything. And it's actually getting more use. This station here is actually getting more use than the other one, which is in the middle of the city. And this is at the very edge. That's pretty crazy. Sometimes this, SimCity and just cities in general just amaze you on just how differently they operate compared to what you intended them to operate, right? They can be a little bit different. I could put a little bit more industrial over here, just with the height restrictions to get airplanes to land and stuff, interfering with communications and all that fun stuff. And if this road here gets too busy, I can maybe twin the bridge. I don't understand why there's I would think that this road would get more traffic. Well, I guess one car travels this. As I made that area denser, but it looks like most people are still using the subway, which is excellent. Just wondering where this would connect. I could extend this road out, build another bridge, if demand was there, and just link it up with that road. And that would be like the last bridge crossing. But in the meantime, this is definitely sufficient. I mean, there's one car. One car. So that works for me. But I'll get to widening this road here. I've also thought about it, and I think I want to get this highway below grade and get this one up. So I'm going to work with that right now. I'm going to give the game a save before I do that. Might actually turn out to be one of the longer parts in this series if I stitch all these things together with all the stupid crashes. So, hope you're not busy when you're watching this part like you need to go somewhere. YouTube tells you how long it is. That's another problem that I never really liked with live streaming, is that I never really knew how long something would be. So if I wanted to dedicate myself to to watch something, I wouldn't know. Pause. How long it would be. So that here, I'm going to put a parallel road. I'm going to try and get this transition to the ground network right now. This might take a couple parts, but it's good to get it done. Like, this might continue on to the next part, but I think it's good to get it done now before I start to grow this area. Oh, come on, you can get along. When in doubt, just click frantically. And then here, I guess it won't work because that's a starter piece. You know what? I might be able to do it. If I keep this network overridden, yeah, I'm going to give it a try. And that way I can build like a partial interchange or something there, just something really tight. Because it doesn't like ramps on the elevated 6C. Oh, now it connects easily. Well, that's good. I spoke too soon. No, 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 no. Go back. Okay. And I'm going to try and just stick something in here, and hopefully it will all hold together. So road over RHW. Nope, I want avenue over RHW. Good. And maybe I'll... So be... Did I overplan that? I did. I did overplan that. I didn't need to do any of that. Whatever. It's done now. It's actually one tile lower than I thought. I'm going to build one of those really long ramp. It's not really a ramp, but it's just a transition. And it exists in the new NAM. This right here. Why? Because I can. And you know what I might also do is extend this a bit so I can get an on-ramp here. Coming down. And then the others would kind of come this way. Or I could have like something come in and out. Okay, I think I'll do that. I'll keep it as it is. I'll just get this road done here. Ah! I don't know how I'm going to fix this area up, or how it's going to develop, so I'll leave it there for now. You know what I could do is I could put in... I don't know. I'm going to leave this for another part. I'll work on building like a partial interchange here. Like I'm going to have some tight loops. Like a tight loop out, and then one in. So I'm just going to look at the flex ramps. Good! Well, one on one side. So I can kind of have to curve it out, and then I'll have like a parallel one coming in. So that'll be for the next part. Including a whole bunch of other things, and I'll eventually get an interchange over here. But I think if I get one in really tight here, I could have a small auxiliary lane that could come out and do other stuff over here. So, I don't know how it's going to be done, but it's going to be a big project, and I think that's next on my list, since it's right on my mind. So, with that, I'll end the part. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you back for part 45 of Building a City from Scratch. See you then.